Gabriel. You know why it's important to listen to your mother, don't you? Because if you don't, the Cucuy will get you.
Oh, what?
They say that he goes from house to house every night looking for children who have misbehaved. And when he finds them, he hides, waiting till they're all alone.
Someone there?
In fact,
911 emergency.
There's someone in my house.
he could be here right now.
I didn't put much thought into a folk story that your abuelita told me.
He comes out when you're sleeping, puts you in a sack,
What are those folk stories?
and takes you to his cave,
Actually has some truth to them.
where he eats you.
It's real.
Hello everyone. A movie we're going to talk about today is called Cucuy, the Boogeyman in 2018. A 1 hour and 34 minute fantasy horror thriller. Storyline. When children start disappearing, a rebellious teen under house arrest starts to suspect that a legendary evil, a boogeyman known as Cucuy, might be responsible. Directed by Peter Sullivan, written by Peter Sullivan. Here's the cast. Marisol Nichols as Rebecca Martin, Brian Krause as Kieran Martin, Jearnest Corchado as Sofia Martin, Bella Stein as Amelia Martin, Pedro Correa as Milo Murphy, and Morgana Iginnis as the Cucuy, and the cast goes on. You know, I never even heard of this movie at all. And I stumbled upon it on Tubi. Yes, Tubi. And I wanted to check it out because we had a lot of movies in the past, obviously called The Boogeyman, The Bagman, you name it. Which Bagman was a major disappointment. Let's just put that out there now. Well, this was released in 2018. Like I said, I never even heard of it. And boy, was I surprised. This is a great film. Basically, you have a girl who got in trouble, is on house arrest, and that would be Rebecca Martin. And she has a friend/boyfriend by the name of Milo Murphy. And while she's at house arrest, she sees this creepy guy right next door that moved in, and she suspects that, there's something going on with him, And in the meantime, kids are being taken, the ones that are naughty, okay? Taken into a bag and taken away. The typical boogeyman theory. But this is not your typical boogeyman movie because, one, it's a Mexican boogeyman called the Cucuy. There's a name for all of them, like I said before. So what's cool about this film is it's a teen movie, but it's also a horror movie, and it's also a folklore movie. You know what I mean? Has all of it in one. So basically she's suspecting that the Cucuy is responsible for these kids being missing. Her uncle is a cop, Brian Krause, and of course no one believes that because it's always been a folklore or a story or something to scare your kids. But in reality, it's real. A brilliant film, shot very well. It's actually 10 times better than The Bagman. I think it's even better than The Boogeyman, the most recent one that was made. You have to see it because it's brilliant. It really is. The whole movie is, they're trying to track down this Cucuy. Now, the guy that I told you about, the neighbor, she sneaks into his house while he wasn't home. Well, actually, he sends her sister decided to, on her own, the younger sister, to sneak into the house. And of course, he comes home. But she sees things down in the basement. It's not what you think it is. It's not. I'll just say it. You can watch it on YouTube. The neighbor is actually hunting Cucuy because it took his brother years back. So he wasn't the enemy. He was actually trying to track him down. So he gets locked up and put in prison, in jail, held there. And the Cucuy pays him a visit. And then he was murdered in the prison. So basically, they have to find the cave of where Cucuy takes the children. Are they dead? We don't know until you watch the movie. I'll say no more than that. Shot very well, like I said before. It's a brilliant film. I mean, I never even heard of it, and this is a pleasant surprise. It's a really cool film. You can check it on Tubi. I'll post a link. You can watch it from my review. You can click on the link and watch it there. Brilliant. 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 That being said, I give this film an 8 out of 10. I was really surprised by this one. And I'm so late to the table, but I never even heard of it. Well, I know it now. It's a great film. So, if you haven't already, subscribe, be a member, check out my store. I'm going to be adding some new stuff soon. So yeah, have a good one, folks. See you on the other side.